Love me.
Struggling with bad credit, or are you stressed about taxes? New Freedom Financial Service can help you restore your credit, file your taxes, and take control of your money. Call today. Your financial freedom starts now.
You don't have a software, tool, or subscription problem. You have a communication problem. Some of you are paying hundreds of dollars a month for tools that don't talk to each other. This creates what is called a ghost in the machine, an invisible clog that prevents data from working on your behalf. When your software doesn't communicate, you become the integration, the plug, if you will. You are effectively paying to be a data entry clerk in your own business. Join me for an elite workshop, The Ghost in the Machine. No, this is not a software demo. This is an architectural strategy session. We're going to whiteboard your entire tech stack, from lead capture to fulfillment, and expose exactly where your system is dying. Don't have a tech stack or know what that is? If you're in business for yourself in 2026, you need to. So I know I'll see you there. Together, we'll identify the manual tasks clogging your system and replace them with silent solutions. You don't need more apps, you need architecture. Click the link to secure your briefing. It's time to connect the dots. I've worked too hard to stop now. But it seems like every time I turn around, it's somebody hating. I need to ride. Yo, yeah.
Rest in peace, Nip.
Yo, man, this one goes out to everybody out there getting it on it.
And every other
You know what I'm
soul.
saying? However you getting paid, how you paying your bills, hopefully it's legit. You know what I'm saying? But even if it ain't, do the best you can, you know what I'm saying? And get it on your own. Yeah, West Coast, slow motion. Waking up the morning views of the ocean, freshen up your swag, roll up your neck back, 40 on your hip, dip to the west side. Between the trees and the breeze is where you reside. You let the 6-4 dip slow side to side. The good life, no longer stressing on that hood stripe. Your kids bless you can't flex, they doing all right. On top of that, today you rhyme with your lady. Yep, that's your baby. Play with her, they must be crazy. Had the hood going crazy when them shop doors open. Cuts in the city, that's what you been promoting. Plus it's clear to see that every real G is positively positive to the community. Productivity, that's the slogan. Pushing back on the force is trying to stop us from growing. They can't hold you back. When the door of opportunity opens up for you like a Cadillac, you ain't having that. You came too far to try and travel back. And plus that's way too whack. So when the plans stay rolling and the dope keep floating while your life unfolding, then you keep going. Never mind the haters can't make or break you. Where will hustle take you when your faith over safety? Yeah, it feels good when you getting it on your own. Pushing fly wheels, putting families in fly home. But you gotta stay strong when you're walking on your own and turn BS to bread when life ends. You stones. It feels good when you getting it on your own. Pushing fly wheels, putting families in fly home. But you gotta stay strong when you walking on your own and turn BS to bread when life ends. You stones. But don't expect it to be easy breezy. Size lean and cheesy. It's slightly greasy like an Eskimo. Trying to sell your bro that know you love the pole. His ass still ain't free. The truth is you take the good with the bad. If it's worth it, then on purpose, it ain't easy to be had. But don't let it stop you, cause unless they pop you, then you gotta know the wind's already in the back. It takes thick skin to walk amongst men that don't comprehend the grind that you're living in. Unfortunately, it usually proves to be negativity from friends and your family. But when you focus, you can't get caught slipping. You cool ranch while you living. Fly with eagle, not chickens, and you bound to see between you and me that there's no enemies. And yes, success is the proof. Me, I'm still noodle flowing in the booth. If you need more proof, go and check me mirror, cause it couldn't be clearer that you're bound for the top. So stay on your grind and don't you dare ever stop and hit roadblocks. Act like mad cops, that only means you're just a mirror, homie, just watch. Ain't no need to be silent when you're made of iron. And for winners like you, there's no such thing as trying. It feels good when you're getting it on your own. Pushing fly wheels, putting families in fly homes. But you gotta stay strong when you're walking on your own and turn BS to bread when life can't through stones. It feels good when you're getting it on your own. Pushing fly wheels, putting families in fly homes. But you gotta stay strong when you're walking on your own and turn BS to bread when life can't through stones. And there you have it. You know what I'm saying? This goes out to everybody out there getting it on their own. Like I said, you over there, feel me, with the fade, all the barbershops, hair salons, nail salons, massage parlors, dentist office, you feel me? Soul food restaurants, whatever you do, man. You work for yourself, it's your anthem right here, man. It's my salute to you. I see you get it on your own. And if you employ other people, you're a real life hero. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Yeah. Keep getting it on your own.
Omni Beats.
Yo, what's up, everybody? YouTube. Y'all in the building with me. Shout out to everybody in YouTube land. I'm kind of excited. This is my first live stream since I got me some new toys. You know what I'm saying? I got some new lights, man. I got a new microphone. I got this cool little new interface thing. Hopefully my sound sounds better. If the music is too loud or too low, y'all let me know. I can tune that real easy now, man. I almost feel like a producer in this thing. You know what I'm saying? I almost make me want to write some raps while I'm sitting up here. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? It's me, the one and only, your homie, your brother from another mother, the one and only Mr. Legit Hustle, man. And we back. And this is the SMB podcast. That's right. The show that I do here on Legit Hustle that's specifically for small business owners, entrepreneurs, self-employed people, go-getters. That's the channel. This is it. Legit Hustle. This is the SMB podcast. SMB as in small, medium businesses. So that's who we talking to over here. And that's what we talking about over here. We talking about handling your business. So this is going to be part 2 of, I think it's probably going to end up being about 10 videos that I'm going to do in this series. I decided to do a little smaller sub series on SMB, on EXOs or exponential organizations, because I've been talking about those for a while now. And I'm a big proponent of the business model that EXOs use. So I don't want to assume that anybody in my audience is just as familiar with EXOs, what that means or how that can benefit them. So what I decided to do was do a little sub series on SMB to really break down what an EXO or an exponential organization is, and why all of us as small business owners can benefit from implementing the business model and the structure that's used by EXOs. Even if you don't necessarily want to grow a company to that size that most EXOs do, that's fine. You could use it for a 6-figure year self-employment thing if that's what you want to do. But there are a lot of benefits, and it's not just all about making money, right? Some of the benefits, most of the benefits, the biggest ones that I'm a proponent of from the business model and the different tools that I use in my industry are the ones that actually save you time and save you energy, right? Like, if I can introduce something into your business that allows you to continue to make at least the same amount of money, but you have to work less for it, which means you get to spend more time with your family. You get to spend more time going back to school. You get to spend more time pursuing whatever it is that you're also passionate about, right? Because we're all multidimensional. Excuse me. None of us are one-dimensional beings, right? We need to have a full life, a balanced life, to have a really fulfilling life, right? It can't just all be money, and it can't all be pleasure. So the things that I get most excited about when it comes to the tools that we use in my industry is not necessarily the earning potential that it can provide for us as small businesses, self-employed people, content creators, who, anybody out here getting it on your own. Not just the revenue and the money part, but it's the fact that it saves us time and it saves us energy and it frees us up. It allows us to actually spend time with our loved ones and actually have the life that we work hard to have, instead of spending all our time working for a life and never getting to enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and apologize, y'all. This has been a rough ass day when it comes to my sinuses and my allergies. So we all grown up in here. So if you see something glistening on the top of my mustache or something, hey man, just type in the chat, hey Mike, wipe your nose, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. It's been one of them days, and it's only the left side. Like, I was outside earlier and just walking, bro, and just one little tear out the left side simultaneously as one little dribble of snot starts to run down the top of my lip. And it's very, embarrassing. But if you from the South, man, if you live in Georgia, you know what it is, man. The weather down here is very, very schizophrenic, especially this time of year. It ain't no telling. It might be spring tonight and winter by the time you get up for school or work the next day. So, and vice versa, man. It's crazy. So, real shit though. If y'all see a little something on my nose, man, I apologize. And if I have to snort once or twice, I try to do it off camera, and try to wipe my little cruddy. I can't believe I'm out here talking to the world. Good thing I ain't got but like a few subscribers. I ain't got to worry about the world seeing me with a snotty nose. But it's all good, man. I trust y'all. We like a fam over here, so I don't mind being vulnerable with y'all, man. I can let y'all know what's going on. But yeah, man, it's been one of them days when it comes to my sinuses. So I'm gonna apologize in advance. And I appreciate this, man. Man, literally, bro, it's been one of them days, man. Like, it's just been one of them days where I've been walking around with tissue hanging out my nose and shit, man. Just looking all ill-funded. When the last time y'all heard the word ill-funded? That might be before y'all time. I was looking real ill-funded today. If anybody from Generation X in here, you from the South, you know what ill-funded is. I was looking real ill-funded most of the day. So anyway, yeah, man. So we finna break this thing down. Now, algorithms. I know. It sounds techie. You know, it sounds like you got to know some stuff about something to get this. No, it's not. It just, I think I'm paranoid. Now, every time I look at the screen at myself, man, I'm going to think I see snot coming down my nose. But it's just terrible. I'm going to delete this video. I hope y'all enjoy it live because it's getting deleted when I'm done. Nah, bullshit. I will leave it up. But nah, real shit though. So don't let the word algorithms intimidate you. We hear a lot about algorithms. People on social media and YouTube and whatnot, you know, we hear a lot about algorithms and algorithms this and algorithms that. Some people are proponents of them. Some people think, you know, algorithms work in your favor. Some people think they work against you. Some people don't know. We hear a lot about algorithms every day. But if you ask the average person, even an average person on YouTube, what an algorithm is, I'll bet you they can't tell you. They couldn't tell you what an algorithm actually is. As much as we hear about algorithms, right? The context that we hear about algorithms for the most part is from the tech companies, from the things that we use, the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, X's, all these things, right? We hear about algorithms, Google. But did you know that you can actually use algorithms in your business, no matter the size of your business, to act as your own personal assistant to handle a large part of your operations, depending on what your business is and your operations are. But for the most part, in pretty much every company, there's at least 3 or 4 things that you could legitimately build out, right? Regardless of what industry that may be. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And don't worry, I'm going to break it all the way down. We're going to do it real simple so that everybody that sees this can really grasp exactly what an algorithm is. So this isn't going to really be a very techie conversation. It may seem like it, but it's not. I tried to make sure that this presentation wasn't really techie. So we're not really going to get into the technical stuff about algorithms. I want to talk more about how us as small business owners benefit from algorithms, especially when you build something of your own. So this is about stopping the grind and stopping all the hard hustle work. You know, man, this is terrible. Even if I had some tissue right here, shit still wouldn't be no better. Y'all, please forgive me, man. I hope I ain't sitting here looking like, what's that dude that used to be on Martin coming to his house all the time with the snot on his nose? I hope I ain't sitting on YouTube looking like that. Because my screen, you know, my picture of myself on my screen is kind of small. So it just keeps looks like the shiny stuff right there. And I can't really tell, man. Y'all, please forgive me. But anywho, so yeah, man, you know, we come from a culture where we pretty much been taught and conditioned to associate hustling with hard work, grind, what we call the grind culture, right? And to an extent, there is an aspect of grind to it. But in modern business, the modern framework that us as small business owners should be using is not about grind. It's about time. How much time can I shave off of my work week using these tools? How much time can I save myself daily, weekly, monthly, yearly using these tools? Like I said before, that's actually the thing that I get the most excited about helping people, because I know that by helping you save time and save energy, I'm helping you take back control of your life. You know, working for yourself is not as glamorous as it may seem, but to on the outside looking in, you know, you have, hold on 1 second, y'all. Y'all give me 1 quick second, all right? All right, I'm back. Can everybody hear me? Let me turn. Y'all hear me? All right, we good. All right, so man, I knew this was gonna be weird. I started not to even do this live stream because I knew my nose was not gonna cooperate. It was gonna try its best to embarrass me in front of the world. But see, I tricked my nose, and I didn't have as many subscribers as my nose thought I did. So I knew wasn't that many people gonna see it, so it wasn't gonna really be that bad. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go through with it. But anywho, man, I'm gonna try to get through this, man. I apologize again, y'all. It's this weather, man. It's tripping down here in South Georgia. It felt like spring. I think it was like 84, 85 degrees like 2 days ago. And then for the last 2 days, it's been in the 30s and shit, man. It's crazy. And it just wreaks havoc on my sinuses. So I apologize, man. But anyway, we're gonna keep it rocking, man. I'm here now, and I ain't gonna back down. We're gonna keep it moving. So yeah, this is about reclaiming your time. This is about reclaiming your dream, reclaiming your vision, reclaiming the reason that you started down this path of being an entrepreneur or business owner to even begin with. Most of us didn't get into it to give up our time and our freedom. All right. So as I said, the time savings and the energy savings and the fact that these tools actually help you reclaim a part of your life is more so what I want to highlight in this. So for that reason, I had to take you guys into the subject of algorithms. And I want to make sure that you understand exactly what an algorithm is and what it isn't. All right. So let's start with a scenario that a lot of us probably know. Working late, right? It's 2 a.m. Everybody else is asleep. You still at the desk trying to do whatever you got to do. Upload some leads, send out emails, finish up some administrative type of work. The type of stuff that isn't glamorized, right? Even if you make a lot of money in your business, even if you're very successful financially, most people who don't work for themselves, that's what they think of when they think of owning a business. They think of the benefits that come, the ability to have more control over your income and how much money you make, right? When you work for yourself. And that tends to be what people who don't work for themselves or own businesses tend to focus on. But if you're actually in this situation of owning a business and working for yourself, even if you're a content creator, if you're the captain of a boat and you're the one driving, you're the leader of some endeavor, whatever that may be, you know what this is like. A person who works a 9 to 5, they can have a set routine, right? They know they can get up at this time, spend X amount of minutes getting ready to get to the job. And then when they get there, they have a pretty structured day. They get off. That's pretty much it. They're at home until they repeat that cycle again, but not us. On this path, you have a lot of nights like this. You have a lot of days like this. When the average person's work day is over with and completed, a lot of us still up working. A lot of us are still doing the things that people outside of owning a business don't know actually go into running the business or being a content creator or being self-employed, right? So a lot of us have been in this situation of having to do these types of tasks after we've had a long day of work. Maybe you a salon owner, a barbershop owner. Maybe it was a busy day, back to school. You know how them times of the year be. Busy day, great day financially. But then you got to do all this counting. You got to do the cleaning. You got to handle scheduling. If you're a commission shop or something like that, you got to tally up who earned what. Now we got computer systems that can handle most of that for us. But there's still clerical work that has to be done, is the point that I'm making. Even if you own a service-based type of business where you're performing a human service, there's still clerical type of duties that have to be done in order for that business to run successfully. And that's the not glamorous part that I'm referring to, right? So these tools are about helping us reclaim our time, spending less time in that blue light grind, middle of the night work. It might be a game or something on that you really want to see. It might be a podcast going on you really want to see. A live stream or something happening. Your children might have an event going on. But you got to stay at the office. You got to stay at the shop and get this part of the business done. So sometimes those things that we really want to do with the people that we really want to be with end up getting sacrificed. They end up going on the chopping block in order for us to maintain the business that we built, right? And for most of us, as I said earlier, that's not why we got into this. We didn't get into this to sacrifice our standard of living. We didn't get into this. We didn't choose this path because we thought we were going to be able to spend less time with our loved ones. But that is, in fact, the situation that a lot of us find ourselves in due to the nature of business or the way that we may be conducting business or running our business, right? And so there isn't really a strategy to it. The leadership aspect of it is kind of weak. It's just become a job. That thing that we started out loving and hustling and grinding and pushing so hard for turns into a job. It turns into something that we do, but we don't necessarily enjoy doing it anymore. And then we get stuck in that grind. And again, this is the type of conversation that if you don't run a business, if you don't work for yourself, I'm pretty sure you can appreciate this conversation, but the people who do know exactly what I'm talking about. The sacrifices that you have to make in order to run a business. And the larger it gets, the trend has been, especially when we look at the way businesses have traditionally been run and operated in our lifetimes, scaling and growing meant more of that. It meant more time away from the family. It meant more missed opportunities with loved ones. It meant more personal sacrifices because of just the way the nature of business was at that time, especially in, like, the industrial age. I've talked about it before on another live stream. Back then, in order for you to have a business that generates, a couple $100 million in revenue, let alone $1 billion, you had to have an entire factory and a workforce of hundreds, maybe even thousands of people. And I'm referring to the industrial age. And that type of mindset and business model has carried over for most of our lives. But that is not the business model of modern business. It's 2026. So this is why I started getting into the subject of exponential organizations, because that business model, excuse me, that business model allows you to still grow, still scale, still expand, but still reclaim your personal time without all the sacrifices. It gives you more control of the direction, the growth of a large organization, the ability to function like a large organization, but still be run by one or two people is what an EXO is about. Giving you back your time, right? So for you all who may or may not be familiar with exponential organizations, I'm gonna say it again. It's probably like the third live stream that I have made this type of a statement on, and that's, I highly suggest that if you're in business for yourself, you should be studying EXO business model. You should be studying exponential organization. And even if you don't have the intentions of scaling or growing, a multi-million dollar, couple $100 million a year business, even if that's not the case for you. Is it glitching, y'all? Is it freezing up? Looks like it's freezing. I don't know why it's saying it's not receiving enough video data. I guess I'm gonna have to check my my bitrate settings and whatnot again. I'll do that later, man. I actually feel more like a podcaster now, man. I got the podcaster sunglasses, you know. I actually got a real microphone now. Like I said, I got my cool little interface thing, man. I feel like a YouTuber, man. I'm getting there, Smash. Missy Love, I'm getting there. I'm becoming a real deal YouTuber. But anyway, hold on one second. It's definitely freezing up. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I can see it glitching on YouTube on my end. Kind of hard to tell though. I apologize. Hopefully it's not too bad. Is it still watchable? Or is it glitching to the point that you can't really watch it? Y'all let me know something. Hit me in the chat. It's saying that YouTube is saying that they're not receiving enough video to maintain the feed, but that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I'm not sure. Y'all give me just a second. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing corrected. Stop all this glitching right quick. Give me just a second. I don't know, man. That's crazy. I'm looking at it on my phone too, and it looks really glitchy. I can't hear it. So the audio, normally when it does that, the audio will come through pretty good, but the video just keeps glitching and freezing. Yeah, that looks terrible. So my nose been running the whole time, and now the stream is freezing. Slight glitch. It looks terrible on my end. It is. My screen is totally frozen. All right, it looks like the stream health just kind of, no, it just went back to glitching again. Man, this is aggravating. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna try to continue the live stream. I don't want to do it like this. I don't like the way that looks. That looks terrible. So I'll tell you what, this is what I'll do. I'm gonna work on these settings, and then this weekend I'll either redo this presentation in place of legit motivation on Saturday, or I'll just do 2 streams this weekend. Excuse me. I have to see how it goes. At least I ain't got to worry about snot running all down my face when I do it. So I appreciate you guys for showing up. Stay tuned, Smash. I'll be back, man. I'm gonna have to get these settings figured out. It may be because of me using this new interface or something. I may have to change some settings. So we'll see. All right. My apologies, man. I apologize. I hate to have to end the show like this, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it like this. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. All right, we're gonna get up out of here, and I'll redo it sometime this weekend. Appreciate you for showing up. Stay on the lookout. We'll redo it.